Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
in
in
the
the City.
City. I'm Treese,
It's Nels.
and we are jumping right back into Married at First Sight. As you guys know, we just dropped last week's episode yesterday because we're a little behind, but we're catching up.
People got lives and shit. Y'all get
Thank you guys for being so patient with us. So we're gonna get right into it and let the shadiness begin, because I got something for Alyssa's ass.
Don't you always? Jesus Christ. I don't know how long this review gonna go on.
Don't do that. So let's get into Steve and Noi, because they have, and not the least to give. It's beautiful, right? They seem to be falling for each other, falling in love, and they go swimming in the beautiful, I'm going to call it a basin, but it looks like a waterfall because there's plenty of them in Puerto Rico. And he's trying to get her to float, and it's just a really beautiful moment. And I don't know, they're just cute. They're just really freaking cute. They don't really seem to have any issues this particular episode. And they're enjoying each other. While he's in the water, he does get his his toe bit by a fish. And for me, as I told Nels, I don't think we would have got that far, because as soon as I would have saw the fish, I would have dipped. Right?
Well, look, you might not be able to see the fish.
That's my problem. So I don't know where they were in Puerto Rico, because I know where I went, I could see everything under me. And I wasn't going in or jumping in, or that's just me. I understand everybody. This is Steve. We know he's adventurous and shit. And look, he was like, oh, the thing bit my, and he was fine though. He's still holding her up in the water. And I just thought that was some really sweet shit, because I would have, look, if my dude let me go so fast, I don't even think I would have been mad. Something bit you. Oh, fuck. I might have had to just eat this water. It is what it is.
Eat the water, huh, Tris?
I might have to eat this dirty ass water. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Nels, you got anything to add?
Not really. It was just, cute to see that we know she's not outdoorsy. She doesn't like shit like this. And
I was gonna say, because she clearly got herself, she had clothes on before the scene, y'all. And she clearly got herself fully undressed to participate. So it lets us know that she's open. And again, hats off to the matchmakers. By the way, nephew Tommy is apparently doing some things over there on OWN. I'm just saying. But I definitely thought it was, it was super cute, and I'm happy that they're happy. But I wonder, and I don't think that they said it, but I don't think he's dropped the L word yet to her.
No, he hasn't. I just thought it was cute that she was reluctant to do it. She was super anxious, and he understood. He knew that she was reluctant. And he appreciated that, she was even willing to do it. So I thought it was super cute.
She willing to do anything for her man, her husband. I ain't mad at it. Okay, husband.
So Lindsay and Mark, we know that the night before, they was having some issues, but they wake up on a whole nother note. And it could be
but we have to discuss, because I didn't catch this when I first watched it. But apparently they had a heart-to-heart in the lobby after, I guess, Lindsay was walking out or something was happening. And I guess they agreed to disagree about whatever they were disagreeing about and move on. And they did wake up in better spirits.
Yes. I feel like part of that is because she didn't have any alcohol in her system that early in the morning. But, who am I to judge? I don't, I keep one on me. So.
Don't do that to Lindsay. But
I got it on me.
But she does, we do know they sit and they talk about, and I like this because I do feel like Lindsay, at least in my opinion, the things that she's asking Mark are like questions that you should probably be asking somebody when you first start dating, or especially with intent, and you're trying to figure out whether this is going to be a good match for you. So they discuss religion, how they want to raise their kids, how many kids they want. And I thought that was like important to talk about. And I don't know if any of the other, or maybe they didn't show it, but I just felt like that was an important.
It was important, but I don't understand her problem with the number 3.
I get
so
it. I get it.
She wants 2 kids or 4 kids, but definitely not 3.
Yeah, I get
it. You get it?
Yeah, because I would be the same way. I don't like odd numbers. I don't like odd years. I don't like odd numbers. I'm very much the same way. So basically, we see them. Mark has some stuff going on as far as with his landlord. Apparently, he has
/ mother figure
/ mom that we did see at the wedding. Apparently, she's been blowing him up, and throughout the whole honeymoon, which Lindsay sees as a little bit unfair.
And distracting.
Huh?
And distracting. She said she's called like 4 to 5 times a day.
It looks like she was calling him in the middle of the night. And can I tell y'all, Puerto Rico is only an hour behind. So I don't know why she needed, like, if she's calling at 10, that means it's 9 there. It's still too late for you to be calling. But she's calling all times of the day and night to report that he has bed bugs, and that she has changed the lease and he can no longer have his 3 cats. She lets him know, come through. I got you, boo. And you can come on over here. My cats is already the spot. We're going to try out this.
I need to touch on this.
What?
I appreciate the fact that, she's being a rider, right? I appreciate the fact she is inviting him to stay with her. And as a wife, that's what you should do, right? But she lost me when she said, bring a few things that are important to you to my home. And we can leave it there, have the cats there, and we'll move into the apartment. Lindsay, you were the one that told us
5 cats.
You were the one that told us he had bed bugs. It wasn't Mark. You were the one that said he had bed bugs. And I'm confused as to why you're okay with letting him bring his bed bug infested shit into your house. You got me fucked up. You need to get that shit treated, okay? Before you even attempt to bring any of that shit in my house. Or we can just throw all the shit away. I mean, I don't really give. Look, I got furniture, nigga. All you really need is clothes, nigga. We can just
look, right? We married, right? We got to join forces anyway.
We can just say fuck all your shit in the motherfucking place. The bitch trying to kick you out anyway, and motherfucker, look, we can just say fuck everything and just bring the cats and go get them groomed or some shit, because I don't know how bed bugs feel about, animals. But look, you got to be fucked up. You're not bringing none of that shit in my house unless it's treated. Or we just throwing the shit away. I don't know.
No, I'm with you on that. Like I told you, I'm with you on that one. That's no disagreement there. But what I did love, there was a particular scene where they go out to San Cristobal. Just so y'all know, because I've been there so many times, I know what I'm talking. They're out at San Cristobal. They're flying kites, which I have never done. I never even thought of doing. But it was so beautiful. I had a moment. I had a tear. And I was just like, it's so beautiful. They both look so happy. And she's like, he loves to do the crazy things that I love to do, or, just because it makes her happy. It's starting to seem to me like Mark has a little bit more shit with him than Lindsay does. Lindsay sounds like she might have issues.
She sounds like she having her shit, like she got her shit together.
I was going to say she got her shit together. Well, I'll let you lead, Nels.
Okay, so Katina and Elijah, they're on their horseback riding date. And apparently, Katina's not like a, real animal lover. She even apologized to Peter. Look, I love animals. I don't know what's going on with these women here, but this would have been a cool day for me.
This is a living animal, a living damn animal. And if he decides to take off and your ass fly off the back and now you paralyzed or some shit, I'm good. I just want to trot with the horse. I want to walk it out, do a nice slow through the prairie.
Okay, I can see where you're coming
through
from.
The potato fields in Idaho, but I don't need
you and these goddamn potato fields.
But I don't need to be out here and like, nah, I'm good. I am fucking good.
See, I think I would be. I need to be like that. I need to be like that.
No. But
also,
for those that can do it, I can appreciate it. For me, there's a certain level of anxiety. Even, I think I said this before in another review, even when I ride roller coasters, I'm riding them just to say I did it, but my eyes are closed. Bitch, I'm not looking. So I don't know what's coming up. I don't know the fall is coming before it comes. I just got to live through it.
So, first I want to say that I love the color of this horse, and I love the fact that the name is champagne. So it's like a champagne color. I think it's super cute. Anyways, I guess Olajuwon decided he is going to get her out of her comfort zone today and take her on some shit she don't like. Take her on some shit that she would never do because she don't even like animals. Okay. But Katina really wasn't feeling it. She's like, nigga, slow the fuck down. You going too fast. You doing too much for me. And I don't know why, but Olajuwon said something along the line of she's taking the positive energy out of him. By telling you to slow down, homie. For one, you already knew that she was getting her into some shit that she don't like. So you knew you was going to get a little bit of pushback. We understand that you like to push her. Okay? We understand that. But did you think that she was just going to be, okay,
but hear me out. Okay. I'm going to play devil's advocate, as I always.
Let's not forget, she went to the beach she went to fucking the gym instead of the beach for your motherfucking ass, nigga. Least you can do is slow the fuck down.
We give Katina her props. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate when it comes to just having, even if you aren't like a person that has anxiety necessarily, when you have anxiety about something. And I could appreciate him. And I'll say I'm here with Olajuwon, right? In that note, because if you go into it thinking it's going to be a negative experience, that's just with anything you do in life, right? 9 out of 10, it probably, because of the way that you're thinking, you can't even see the positive things in it or enjoy it because you were already negative about it. So I can understand where he was coming from, where he was like, I'm trying to make you see how pleasurable this is and how enjoyable it could be, but you already came in with a fucked up attitude.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like he should have expected that. If I don't like animals, okay, and this is a big one. This is a big animal. And like you said, this motherfucker can throw you.
Yeah, no, I give you that.
He even said
I'm not discounting her. I'm just saying I appreciate that.
What I'm saying is, I felt like instead of, oh, well, if my wife doesn't like it, I'm not going to stop living my life just because my wife doesn't like it and blah, blah, blah. I feel like you should have gone into it expecting some type of pushback. Because let's not get it twisted. I like horses. I like animals that are on land that I can see every day, or, like things like that. But we know me, Chanel don't do animals in the ocean. Okay? We don't do mammals. Okay? So I can only imagine, right? This would be great for me. But if I have someone who doesn't really know me like that, pushing me to go deep sea diving with some big ass fucking sea creatures, we're gonna have a little problem.
Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate right here. Okay. I'm playing devil's advocate. I can appreciate him trying to get her out of her comfort zone. But what I'm saying is he should give her a little bit more credit because she still did it. She still did it. And she was uncomfortable the entire fucking time. And rather than barking at her, I feel like, he should have understood and expected some type of push. Jasmina and Michael over here. Apparently, Jasmina is not a fan of the water. But she decided to go, even though, she's still in her feelings about, Michael talking to her crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, I would be the same way. I would be like, she's like, I'm here because I don't want to fuck up our memories, that we'll have in the future over this shit. Nigga, it might be petty, but nigga, I'm still feeling some type of way. A bitch still in her motherfucking feelings. And I can't blame her. I feel her. He over there trying to carve their name in rocks and shit. Nigga, fuck all that shit. Fuck out of here. Let's not forget, nigga, you was coming at me like I'm not your wife. Like I'm some bitch off the street. I'll tell you something. I'm a petty bitch. I can appreciate Jasmina for, consciously deciding that I am still upset. I'm still feeling some type of way, but I don't want this to ruin our memories for the future because 9 times out of 10, we're going to move past this. Right. And I still want us to have great memories from this moment. This petty bitch would have been just taking selfies. Like, nigga, you ain't even fucking here.
She ain't lying. She not lying.
Nigga, lying. Like, you ain't even fucking here. The fuck? Who is you? To think you can talk to me like you fucking crazy. You got me all the way fucked up. But he did appreciate it. He did appreciate it. He said this is the first time she smiled since their wedding day. And that's probably because you were showing that, you wanted to have a good time. You weren't stuck in the negativity.
Whatever you was stuck in.
Exactly. You weren't stuck in the negativity and boy, these experts know what the fuck they be doing. Right. Well, with some of them, because it couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me.
All right. So we get into Chris. And as Nels likes to DM me and text me, my favorite person, which it's not, but how can I word this? Ask Alyssa. That's what I'm gonna call her. Ask Alyssa.
Okay.
You see Alyssa, the a-hole.
Yes, I see
Alyssa.
Ask Alyssa. Okay.
Ask Alyssa. So Ask Alyssa and Chris decide, I think, that they were gonna go play tennis and try to be cute and try to, have a conversation about what's going on. And it obviously goes.
No, he's here to try. Because he said he'll do whatever it takes.
He will. So he's doing whatever. They sit down and they have a talk. She lets him know she is not interested in living with him in the apartment. She feels robbed. And basically, she's like, but I still want to be a part of the experience. Guys, let's quote this word because we're going to say it a lot of times. Okay. Now, I think Nels needs to go because I think it's too early to rip into her ass. So go ahead.
So, basically,
I'm gonna read her for filth. I'm going to read her for filth.
So basically, Chris, he's like, that he's willing to do whatever it takes to try to connect with her. And on paper, he feels like they're a great fit. As far as activities, they're compatible. And he feels like she's enjoyable. She's like an enjoyable person to be around.
He's still giving her too much grace, but that's just...
So, he invites her to come sit down and chill, and Alyssa just looks aggravated. She looks aggravated. She's like, yeah, sure. But she looks aggravated as fuck. And he's like, let's have a conversation about what happened after our honeymoon. Alyssa, she's like, yeah, sure. And I feel like he said it in a pretty nice way. He was like that, basically, it's expected for us to move in. It would be expected for us to move in together. How do you feel about that? Oh, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. And, basically he was letting it be known, like, well, this is a process I was committed to. And this crazy bitch cuts him up. Oh, you're insinuating that I'm not committed. First of all, nobody's talking about you, bitch. He was talking about him and his self being committed. And clearly he is, because this entire time you have been treating him like a piece of shit. And he is still saying he is willing to do whatever it takes to connect with your fuck ass. And if you
really need to read her for filth, but go ahead.
And if you really feel like you have been doing all you should have been doing, and you were committed to the process, but please explain what exactly you were doing. Because anytime somebody asks you a motherfucking question, oh, I don't feel comfortable, they're coming at me, and you got to get up and leave, and bitch, do you not know how to have a conversation? I'm confused.
I'm confused. It's not the shady fan. It's the shade clap. It's the shade clap.
She's like, oh, I feel robbed, and she wants to know about moving in. I don't know what it is about moving into this apartment that she's so obsessed with. I don't know if it's because it's like a nice apartment. I don't know where this heifer lives. I don't know if she live in a hut or what. But
no, she wants to be around the girls. She wants to be a part of the experience. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's all of it. Like you said last review. No. Like you said last review, maybe Alyssa can go on here and finish the process and find her next husband. It may not be.
No. I didn't say finish the process. I said get exposure.
Okay.
And find who she connects with is what I said. But let's not get it twisted. I feel like she likes the girls. She connects with the girls. But you want to move from your home into an apartment
with other married couples
to be close to them. I feel like it's bullshit. I don't know where the fuck she lives, what she does for a living. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's some like luxury type shit.
Or maybe you want to do that to get up
or she wants to continue to be on fucking TV. Under Michael. Or she wants to continue to be on TV.
Be on TV or stay up under Michael.
And it, like, I don't know.
I said what I said. Just remember I said it. I said what I said. Just remember I said it.
Basically, Chris is saying, that he's going to be in the apartment. And she's like, well, why? Basically, she feels like, why should he be able to be in the apartment and she can't? He's like, you can be in an apartment, but you got to
live with me, you dumb motherfucker.
And that's how it's supposed to be. You're not here for your friends, boo.
You're
not here for your friends.
And I love when one of the producers called her out when she has her little, oh my God, he's making me look bad on camera, and my mom is mad at me. And
Trace, no. Trace, the hand gestures. They're aggressive. the hand gestures pointing in the sky are aggressive.
You know what bothered
one
me?
of the people
You know
actually
what
laughed
bothered me?
at
You
her.
know what bothered me is the thing is, I realized in this moment, because the hand gestures weren't aggressive, Chris was probably talking about some totally different shit and making those hand gestures referring to some totally different shit.
I can
But
understand if he was
she
pointing at
sees that
her.
she hate in that moment. She said, "I
She
hate
said it.
him."
She said it. She said she hates him.
What it is for me, you're sitting here saying you want to do this for the experience. And I love when the producers told her this is married at first night, is not single at first night.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Nels off camera, and Shade Squad, you can weigh in. But I said, if this were any other network,
this was Nephew Simon.
If this was Nephew Simon, this would not, she would be kicked off the show. This is not, you would need to self-eliminate. We would have a sidebar where, Alyssa, you're tripping. And if that's how you feel, well, you need to go to fuck home.
And you know,
Lifetime, you want to pacify her. Yes, it makes good TV. But I'm going to tell you this, it's not even making good TV because it's embarrassing. And I'm going to get into it because not only am I going to lay into ask Alyssa, but I'm also going to lay into Chris because I remember him saying, if she would just tell me it's done, she's shown you. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Consistently.
She's shown you. She's told you in any other way, but indirectly saying, fuck you. And you continue to have this hope. She is not here for you. And you need to, and I told Nels off camera, I said, what's that saying where they say, don't let a man tell you more than once that he don't want you? And she was like, well, she's a woman. And it's, it's different because we play hard to get. That's bullshit. Alyssa does not want him. And I'm not saying that what you're saying is bullshit as far as a woman and man being different. I agree with that. But
no, I feel like she's shown him that she doesn't want him. But I'm just saying, we do play hard to get.
But I don't think it's playing hard to get. She's a dickhead. She is an asshole. And she is not trying. And to keep coming up here on this platform saying, I'm a good person and you're making me look bad. Like she's trying to bitch, you're making yourself look bad because you're a fucked up individual.
She's trying to convince herself she's a good person. The fact that you have to keep on reiterating that you're a good person. We're on a beach with two of our favorite couples. Apparently they get along very well. They feel that they connect the most. We have Katina and Olajuwon and Jasmina and Michael. And I think they're just kind of feeding off of each other, trying to see, doing a little check-in, see how each other's doing and see how their relationship is going. I know that Jasmina and Michael asked Katina and Olajuwon, did you guys expect to connect so fast? And Katina's like, well, actually, no, we didn't. Well, no, I didn't. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, we've known each other for a very long time. And I don't know. I thought like that was cool. Like they're comfortable. They're comfortable with each other.
They're comfortable with each other.
And Jasmina and Michael, they let them know like, hey, we understand why we were matched. We just got some little communication issues. Jasmina's like, I feel like I'm the type of person that understands both sides. And my hubby over here, he ain't quite like that.
And I love when Michael says, well, I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, he over here taking shots. Shots fired. But basically, I like the fact that Olajuwon that Elijah you know, he came to the realization that he likes to push his wife and he needs to chill the fuck out because he doesn't want to push his wife away. Jasmina let him know, you know, that basically you don't want to give her the impression that you're not listening. Like, it's okay to push her, but don't push her too much because it's going to give the, you know, the impression that you're not listening and not, you know, you're pushing her too much. You're pushing her too far. Nigga, calm the fuck down, relax, and chill. The fuck?
Basically. Because you're doing too much.
We have two settings here. We have, you know, Chris with Lindsay and Mark the Shark, and we got the girls here at the bottom. I'm gonna start with the girls. Of course, we have Alyssa down here trying to play victim as per usual, but she does not do a very good job at it. Basically, you know, she's letting them know, you know, it's hard to be around everybody when they have what she doesn't have. And I'm assuming she means a successful relationship, or, you know, working towards a successful relationship. I'm not sure what she's referring to because she technically has it. She's just choosing not to. And she's, what the fuck is that face about? Because you look like you want to say something. Jesus.
She irritates my fucking soul. That's what I want to say. She irritates my soul. This whole victim narrative, when, bitch, you were blessed with a husband who was clearly matched for you for a certain reason. So instead of getting to know why that reason is, because of the way he looks, you have already to fucking determine that that is not the person for you. Your mother feels, your sister feels, your best friend feels that this might be the person for you. And yet you are so caught up in a look or an image of what you thought because the motherfucker doesn't have an eagle tattoo and or whatever, that he is not. I'm irritated. Go ahead.
So basically, she's letting the girls know, you know, I feel some type of way because I'm not blaming him and I feel like he's blaming me. Who else is there to blame? But, you know.
And what bothers me is Chris this whole time is like, what do I need to change? How can I be better? Chris,
we ain't on Chris yet. Okay. So, you know, Katina is the one talking to her, but
and the fact that none of these bitches will be real with her, no offense, but Katina and Jasmine
I wish Katina would have. I appreciate Katina talking to her and kind of making her think, but nobody was really for real with her. She was like, so you really feel like, you know, you giving it 100%, like you're putting in the same effort, like, and she's like, yeah, basically. But there are some things that, you know, his family or his friends told me, and Katina lets her know, look, you took all that shit at face value rather than putting that shit in your back pocket. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like really you're just not physically attracted to him, which we have said. Now, she did not deny or agree with that narrative, but what else could it be? And, you know, I can't believe that my girl Jasmina sat here and didn't say nothing. I'm guessing maybe she didn't want to hurt no feelings or what, but Jasmina looked like she did not agree.
I was mad that Jasmina didn't say anything.
She was just in the scene. Literally, she didn't say not a goddamn thing. And
because I feel like she should have, I feel like she's one of the most realest people here. Call it for what it is. If Katina is going to dance around the issue, let's call it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
She's already said she's felt bad for Chris. Let's call it what it is.
I like the fact that Katina did suggest that she needs to basically be clear with Chris as to why she feels like they're not connecting or why they're not a good match. Because she's not being clear, he feels like he hasn't gotten an answer.
And he still feels like there's hope.
But I can agree with that because she hasn't been clear. We as an audience feel like he hasn't gotten an answer. Shit, we didn't get an answer. Even when she talks in the confessionals, I would assume we would have gotten an answer even before him, because, you know, in a confessional, you say what you really fucking feel.
Right.
This bitch ain't said shit. She has not said a goddamn thing.
Nada.
Now, you know, Chris is over here talking to Lindsay and Mark the Shark, and basically they just want to see where his head is at. Like, what the fuck is really going on? And you know, he's confused. He's confused. I'm sure he's more confused than I am. He's the one in it. He's like, you know, basically right after the wedding, pretty much, that's what it was. And I tried to speak with her. She told me she'll talk to me about it later. And this woman constantly pushes the shit off. She constantly pushes it off.
Because she just wants to be on the show. Lifetime, get her off the show. I'm done with Alyssa. Get her off the show. She does not get to be on the show.
You want to protest?
Yes. If we can get Alina X'd off the show, we can damn sure get Alyssa.
I know that I feel bad for Chris. Chris is not an unattractive man to me, so I don't know.
Has a lot going for himself.
Exactly. He to me, you know what Chris looks like? He's not like super attractive, but he's not unattractive. He's like an average dude. He's an average dude, and
it burns my soul. It burns my soul.
It makes me, you know what? Actually, Lindsay said it best. She is making the worst mistake of her life, because she has a good dude here who most people would have blown a fucking gasket with how dismissive she is, how disrespectful she is, and how she refuses to even have a conversation about how they are moving forward. Most people would have blown a fucking gasket. But the fact that this man has given you chance after chance and decided, you know what, I am going to continue to try until this woman tells me, no, I absolutely do not want this, and has not even got an inkling from you that you even want his ass, but still will
interested in that,
but still willing to try.
You keep talking more about the damn friends and being around the other couples when you're not a couple. Why? And being a part of the.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. I couldn't be on this show, because if I was one of the friends and I'm seeing the way that you're treating him, bitch, I don't want to have shit to do with you. You're a disgusting individual to me. I don't want to have shit to do with you. We all
came into this process knowing we were going to marry a stranger. Why do you get to be the exception and hang around and live in the apartment and do shit? That's what upsets me. What is this privilege concept that you have? I think I said this in a couple reviews ago. You're privileged, you're prissy, and you're pretentious. What is this privilege that you think you have that you don't have to go along with what the contract says of this show? And you can just live in an apartment.
Oh, why is it fair? It's unfair to me. It's unfair to me.
And I'm being a good person. I am a good person.
You are trying to convince yourself, bitch. We have everyone, you know, they met up for dinner for the last night in Puerto Rico. I guess, you know, they just want to catch up. Everybody wants to catch up. Apparently everybody
how their marriages are doing.
Exactly. Apparently everybody's ready to get back to the real world. I don't know why. When I'm in vacation mode, I am never ready to get out of vacation mode, but everybody's ready to get back to the real world, see how, you know, their marriages are outside of the honeymoon. Noi and Steve are already talking about, you know, how many kids they want to have. Noi is dead set on having 3, which is funny because it's the complete opposite of Lindsay. Lindsay does not want to have 3 at all. I don't know. It's a whole lot. There was a whole lot. You know what? For time's sake, we are going to get into the thick of it. We're going to get into the thick of it. And
no, because the kids' conversation goes into, so Olajuwon and Katina, he realizes he needs to stop pushing his wife so much. That's where we get there. Noi realizes, or Steve realizes, that Noi's love language is affirmation, but he says that his affirmations are physical and they're not verbal. And that's the difference between them. Michael and Jasmina basically say that he realizes he needs to learn a better way to show his wife that he's hurt versus being aggressive. So everybody was able to solve their shit. That's why it doesn't seem like shit. Then we get into the kid conversation where Lindsay says she directs the question at Chris and Alyssa, and she says, well, how do you feel about kids? Chris talks about how he didn't want kids at first, but he was thinking that, okay, after I got myself established as an adult, I realized this is something that I would like. And then Alyssa is like, don't ask me. And that's when shit goes left. So then Noi, and I love it because they're trying not to get in their business, but they're trying to get in their business. So they keep asking questions. And so Noi's like, hey, well, how do you feel like you'll be getting back into real life? And, how has your relationship changed or whatever? Do you think, and Chris is like, I don't really have a relationship. I don't know what I'm here. Oh, she talks about moving in. That's what she was talking about. And so he says, well, I don't have that relationship to think about moving in. We're supposed to move in as married couples. And basically he doesn't feel like he's married right now. So he doesn't want to do that. Alyssa then goes on to say, well, no, I thought that I could live there part of the time. And then
you lived there for the first half. You lived there for 1 month and I lived there for the second month. And Chris is like, yeah.
I never heard about this plan.
And I'm not comfortable doing that.
I came here to be married. I came here for a partner for life. That shit makes me so angry.
Alyssa is hell-bent on being able to be around these friends that she's known for 6 days. That's part of the reason why I don't believe that the reason why she wants to move in is just because of the friends. These women are not
stay on the show. I said that last one. She wants to stay on the show.
These women are not really her friends for real.
They already looking at her sideways. They're not her friends. And let's be real. Hold on, time out. Even her friends think she's fucking insane. Even her real fucking friends that she's brought on the show, her family or friends are all looking at her like, Alyssa, you're making a mistake.
You know what I'm surprised you didn't say?
What?
That she needs therapy.
You knew it was coming, but...
And clearly, you were fucking with some nigga that didn't even felt like he even owed you an explanation as to why the fuck he was leaving your ass and didn't want to marry you, bitch. But that's the type of niggas you like. You like the type of niggas that's gonna fuck you over. You like toxic niggas. And now that you got a real motherfucker who's really here for you.
Ride or die.
No. 6 days in, you have not showed him a inkling of fucking interest. 6 days in, and he is still here riding for you.
not knowing shit about you, not having anything to support this loyalty that he has for you besides a
but
fucking
you're a
phone
great
and a
person,
marriage certificate.
and he's an asshole.
You hate him.
Come on, yo.
It's
Come
disgusting.
on.
It's disgusting. It's a Lifetime.
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
I wish.
It's
You know what I
disgusting
wish
to watch.
Lifetime would
The
do.
reason why it's disgusting to watch because it's becoming abusive to Chris. It's becoming abusive to Chris, and it's not fair. And that's what I don't like. And that's why they need to let the shit go because it's not fair to him. And that's why I said we have to hold Chris accountable to a certain extent because if you're gonna keep going along with this bullshit,
he's allowing it because
Yeah.
I'm sure if he went to them and said, "Look, she don't want this, and I'm not willing to try anymore because she's made it clear that this is not what she wants," they would cut them off the show, I'm sure. But he wants to try. He is not what she wanted physically, and she is what he wanted physically. And they both can't see past that.
It is motherfucking insane. It's fun. I'm gonna just pause for a second, give a moment of silence. Let's let y'all read what I've written. Because I told y'all I'm so tired of hearing this. Okay, the moment is done.
Trying to convince herself and trying to convince us that she is a good person. That's like when a guy says, "Oh, I'm a great guy. I'm a great guy." Constantly, "I'm a great guy." When a motherfucker tells you, "I am a great guy," and constantly has to reiterate that he's a great guy, 9 times out of 10, he's not a great guy. He's trying to convince you and
his
himself as well. I'm a good person. And if you make me look like something other than that, I'm going to be pissed. Bitch, you are literally...
Here's what pisses me off. Chris didn't do anything of the sort to make you look like a bad person. I think he sat you down. He called you on your shit.
He asked questions. Valid fucking questions. He did not even call her on her shit. He asked...
I was trying to give him a little bit more backbone than you was, but okay.
He didn't. He just asked valid questions. Questions that anyone would have asked. And this conversation here was supposed to answer all of them. Because that's what she told her friends. That yes, I'm willing to sit down and have a conversation and answer all his questions. And as soon as he asked a question that was too much for her, what she said was that she expressed that they were not compatible. And they've had conversations about that. And he said, "Oh, we had conversations about that?" Yeah.
And well, she said,
what? Why are we not compatible? Oh, I'm not mentally ready to talk about that. You know what? You know one thing that she did have right? That the experts fucked up.
Yes.
The experts fucked up. They got it wrong. And there were other matches that they had for Chris. And they should have chosen one of those. They fucked up when they chose Alyssa. Alyssa really is a POS. And Chris really does deserve better. I don't know what happens off camera, but according to the other cast members, they feel bad for him as well. They see what Alyssa is doing and the lack of interest she's showing in even trying to move along in this process while Chris is still being super mature, which he is a diamond in the rough because I don't know anyone who would put up with this shit.
Any man or woman who would deal with this bullshit.
And you ain't even gave him no pussy, bitch. No interest, no nothing. You got me fucked up. I just said, look, cut the cameras. We done with this shit. Fuck you and fuck this. You're right. The experts made a mistake by picking you for me.
Yeah, no. I just don't think that they should be here any longer. And it's no shade to Chris. If we could find a match and bring her in, but it's a little too late in the process. Maybe we could bring him in a different season. But
that's exactly what I was saying. I feel like they owe him a do-over.
But at this point in juncture, to continue to let them stay here, I feel is almost in a way destructive to the other couples who are trying to get to know each other and go along in their process as normal. And then you have these motherfuckers who are not even trying. And it's not because it's Chris, it's because of her. So thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in so much. And we will catch you next week where it looks like these couples move in together. Lindsay, like I said in this particular episode, is not really sure about Mark and what he's doing and her taking up for him and doing all this stuff, which I told y'all was going to be an issue. Katina and Olajuwon look like she ain't Angel Mama. She ain't out here cooking breakfast and biscuits every day. So he feels some type of way because she got the dishes. That's so funny. She just got the dishes in our apartment for fun. Michael and Jasmina, apparently Michael has a female roommate that he did not disclose to us. Why, I don't know.
He never lived with a female before. Sir. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. And it looked like Alyssa is still here, y'all. That's what it's looking like.
I didn't even want to bring that up because I didn't even want to upset y'all like that. But Alyssa apparently is still here because Chris is still trying. And when are you going to stop trying, my brother? And hopefully when Pastor Cal sits them down, this is a done deal. That's what I'm hoping for. So we will get our prayer circle together. And we will pray all week that by next week, Alyssa will not be on this show. That's what we're going to do, Shade Squad. We love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And we will catch you next week for another episode. And we will be on time because ain't nobody going on vacation or something. It's cold out here. Getting a little warmer, but we ain't got no reason to go nowhere. So we will see y'all next week. Make sure you subscribe to, well, not even subscribe, but follow us on all social media platforms. And we will catch you next week for another episode of Married at First Sight and the ratchetness that is Alyssa.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!